We're smashing it, haven't we? Big up Jason and Rosie on YouTube, man, from Barnhouse. Big up Ricky Clark,
Scotty D.
Big up Scotty D, man, in the place to be. Big up Jay Blackburn and Ross Burgess. Big up, give up Rossi. Big up, give up Brucey. Rocking it up. Big up the Dutch man. We're rocking this fucking manor. We're rocking the Langdon, man, aren't we? Yeah, man.
Come down to Langdon, you get fucked up and all that.
Big up the Black Widow. We're gonna get fucked up, boy.
Go on, Rainbow Jacket.
Yeah, Rainbow Jacket on the house show. We're gonna smash this place, yo. Gonna rinse it. Gonna rock it. Here we go. Rock it. Gonna rock it, yo. In the place to be. We're gonna rock it. It's Fun MC. We're gonna rock it. Gonna take to the rocket to the moon. Gonna be back on the silver spoon, yo. Because we're rocking the place. Gonna switch the place. Big up Rosie and JC. Big up Scotty D, yeah. Big up Ricky Corb in the house. Big up Briscoe.
Go bust the chat then, Dave.
Big up Scotty D in the place,
Bust
yo.
the chat then, Dave.
Don't go to my yard, yo, because you won't like what you're seeing. It's about to give you see now. So don't come to my yard, hey! Even if you we were fun the boat, won't be coming home, yo. Rainbow Jack, where you been now? All the time, yo. Switch to the place, yo. On the place, yo. We're gonna rock this place, yo. It's far now, rocking that queue, yo. Big up Rosia, JC, and Scotty D in the place to be. Because we're Barnell crew, Nowhere crew. We're rocking it, shucking it. We're gonna go somewhere. I don't know where. Go to the stars, go to the moon. Never know, we'll be back soon, yo.
Getting high on amphetamine and ecstasy, Dave. Bust it, Dave. Rainbow Jacket.
Rainbow Jack, where you been now? How's time, yo? You've been away so long, yo. At the nightclub. Getting on fire, amphetamine.
Right, we're wrapping up, Dave. Big up who you want to big up, and then we're wrapping up.
We're wrapping up. There's no go chatting up. Go chatting up my woman, because I'll kill you with a knife. Don't come down, don't take my wife. I'll deal with my life. MC Barner's gonna rock your wife, boy.
Where is he? How the fuck should I know? Just get me out of here. Catherine, you gotta be quiet now. Shut that dog up.
People wanna come and minus me. Everybody look at me, I'm a G. Why you mad at me? Cause I'm a G. Yeah, top G. People wanna come and minus me. Everybody look at me, I'm a G. Why you mad at me? Cause I'm a G. Yeah, top G's only. Too many phonies, masculine homies. Females acting like they are holy. Ends up being lonely. No time for games, weightlifting games, betting some flames, too many names, breaking their chains, me busy switching lanes. G. People wanna come and minus me. Everybody look at me, I'm a G. Why you mad at me? Cause I'm a G. Yeah, top G. People wanna come and minus me. Everybody look at me, I'm a G. Why you mad at me? Cause I'm a G. Your mind must be stronger than your feelings. People betray, even if they're reeling. Stay away from the demons. Life has a meaning, no use in repeating. Yeah. People don't like it when I keep it going. My rap is the best and I keep it flowing. My social media keeps on growing. My looks I keep glowing. Top G, people wanna come and minus me. Everybody look at me, I'm a G. Why you mad at me? Cause I'm a G. Yeah, top G, people wanna come and minus me. Everybody look at me, I'm a G. Why you mad at me? Cause I'm a G.
Can't be wrong, can't be right, can't be black, can't be white, can't be rich, can't be poor. Do you know me? Do you know me? Can't be black, can't be white, can't be rich, can't be poor, can't be weak, can't be strong. Do you know me? Do you know me?
I don't know, you and me are like Coke and icy. Coke and icy. Together, two and two, it will become yummy. Oh, so yummy. You want me, make you happy. I need you right now. Hurt me. Love is okay, but not in a homo way. No homo. I know this sometimes, see, we do talk like a baby. Talk like baby. Finally, I know this, you love me like you love mommy. Love your mother. Coca cannot live, I see. Love you like sugar daddy. Motherfucker. Love is okay, but not in a homo way.
I'm back. And I'm here to remind ya, the blue cheese is gonna get you higher. The purple laze is gonna get you higher. You'll be off your nut just like Danny Dyer in Vic Pub Benders. When you're starring on EastEnders and you're chilling with the weekender offenders, I'm gonna blend you up in you pink blenders. Yo, I'm that type of guy. Like a drug, I'm gonna get you high. Like Woody, you'll reach for the sky. When you text a bird and she don't reply, does she scroll past and think, fuck that guy? Is it just me or is she just shy? Does she not like the colour of my eye? Does she not like the love I supply? We're blasting the tunes, feeling so funky. I couldn't give a fuck, I couldn't give a monkeys.
This guy here, right, he had an action man surgically removed from his ass, no word of a lie. And he told the doctor, oh, as I was coming out of the bath, I slipped on the bath mat and I fell on it. The doctor said, oh, that's funny, because why is there a condom on it then? And he just went like this. I mean, what can you say? Odd.
We don't talk no more, never talking me. Don't like always myself. You say bye bye me, want me feel okay. Don't want to disturb me, play. This moment, why you so care? Other people looking me, I don't know. Always talking why it is not me wrong, it's you say bye bye. I see you go to cry. So many talking, not yet try. You will happy let go. Say don't cry, let me go die. Oh no way, but still at all you for my dream. My heart go die so low. Here's Johnny.
Hello, you beautiful lot. How you doing tonight?
Johnny Scab, he speaks the truth. Voice for the kids, no excuse. Scab leads and strong and loud. We're the misfits, we're the crowd. On the screen he shows the way. Through the rules we won't obey. World's gone mad but we stand tall. Scab Cast fans will never fall. Rise up, Scab Nation. Johnny's voice of the frustration. Fuck wokeness, it's a fight. In the chaos we're the light. Fuck. We're the light. On the screen he shows the way. Through the rules we won't obey. World's gone mad but we stand tall. Scab Cast fans will never fall. Rise up, Scab Nation. Johnny's voice of the frustration. Fuck wokeness, it's a fight. In the chaos we're the light. Throw aside your fear and doubt. Let your inner fire shout. March together with belief. Johnny's words bring our relief. Rise up, Scab Nation. Johnny's voice of the frustration. Fuck wokeness, it's a fight. In the chaos we're the light. The light. We won't break. In Johnny's name we reawake. Scab Cast warriors unite. In this journey we ignite. We ignite. We're the light. We won't break. We won't break. We won't break. In Johnny's name we reawake. Scab Cast warriors unite. In this journey we light. Ignite. We're the light. 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 We won't bow. We won't break. In Johnny's name, we reawake. Scab Cast warriors unite. In this journey, we ignite. Won't bow. We won't bow. We won't bow. We won't break. We won't bow, we won't break. In Johnny's name we reawake. Scab Cast warriors unite. And this journey we ignite. And ignite. We won't break.
Good evening, you beautiful lot. How you doing tonight? Thanks for tuning in. As you can see, I'm wearing my Kentucky Chiefs jumper. Not Kentucky, Kansas City Chiefs. I was thinking of Kentucky, KFC there. But yeah, I'm wearing my Kansas City Chiefs jumper because we're doing really well at the minute. I've always been a fan. It's my team, that is. How you doing tonight, everyone? We've got Grim Jim, Abu Khan, Adam Weber, my loyalist, Hansel Hauser, Dennis Rodriguez, Quite a few of you. Few of the old guard. How you doing, Hansel? My German friend. I like the name Hansel. Oh, what's that? Secret code from Dr. Rodriguez. Yeah, how you doing anyway? Everyone in the chat, have you had a good week? You having a good week so far? I'm doing an early Scab Cast. Reminds me of Burning Witches. Burning Witches. Well, that was quite a thing, wasn't it? Burning Witches back in the old days. That was controversial. Do you know that there was some men that got done for that as well? It wasn't just women who got burnt as witches. Men got done as well. Oh, Hansel, yeah, Hansel, but witch, but yeah, I get you. Very fairy tale, isn't it? Yeah, the witch trials and stuff like that. It was an interesting time in history. That was. There was a guy called the Witchfinder General. I forget his name now. Matthew Hopkins in England. He was quite a nasty guy. He was our Witchfinder General for the church and the government. He used to burn women and drown them and all sorts. He was a bit corrupt though. I think most witch hunters were. They let the power go to their heads a bit, because they could just trial you in the name of the church and just say you're a witch when you might not have been. You might have just been an innocent party. You might have just been a weird woman or a man that was mates with a weird woman. But they still thought you were a witch, which I think's a bit mean, really. It's a bit cruel, isn't it? I'm drinking orange squash, double strength. I put water in it. It was down to about that much, and then I filled it up with water. I don't think Americans get that. Orange squash. You add water to it. Maybe the poor people do. Like Kool-Aid and stuff like that. I asked about that before. Americans get weird drinks over there. They don't even know what blackcurrant is. There's an awesome heavy metal video, says Grim Jim. It's an awesome heavy metal video by Cathedral about Witchfinder General, is it? I would play it, but I'll probably get struck. I'll look it up now. I'll definitely look it up. Cathedral. A band called Cathedral. Are they a religious band? Christian rock? Or is it just ironic? Are they like a Satanist Marilyn Manson kind of band? I'm guessing it's ironic. When I say awesome, I mean terrible. Oh, alright. Still worth a watch then. Yeah, they are religious. Alright, yeah, that's even funnier. I like Christian rock bands. That just adds a bit to it. Hello everyone that's tuning in. Thank you for watching Scab Cast number 41. 41 we're on now. My, how it flew by. The beginning of last year, when I started the Comicsgate Commandos with Patrick Quinlan and Dr. Ben and Carbon Heart. I've done 8 episodes with them. Started Scab Cast in between that sometime, around that sort of era. Look at you now, 41, Scab Cast 41. We have to do something special on the 50th in the 100th, I guess. Everyone else does, don't they? We'll have to do something. We'll invent something. I do appreciate all my loyal followers, all my loyal viewers. You're all amazing. And you've helped me out a lot as far as analytics go and super chats and stuff like that. I'm a pretty lucky streamer, really. I guess I do work quite hard to entertain you, but things are given, aren't they? I'm not here to beg. I'm looking forward to we got the meet coming up in the summer, in May time. I'm looking forward to that. Meet some of the lads, Dennis Rodriguez, maybe like Grim Jim, maybe. Oh, talk of the devil, and he shall appear. We have got the doctor, and not Dr. Ben, the real doctor, the other doctor. Dennis, how are you doing, Dennis?
Hello. Very well, thanks. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, good.
Great. Okay. Fine these days.
Oh, you
Better
went a
weather.
bit quiet. I got to turn my sound up. You were a little bit quiet then.
Oh,
Bear
okay.
with
Let me see
me.
if I can
2
fix
seconds.
that.
Going weird.
Okay, how about that?
Can you hear me, Dennis?
Yes, just a moment. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, that's better. You're louder now. Well, I think it was my TV.
All right, okay. No, it should be my device.
Have you been up to anything interesting this week, Dennis?
Lately, that's a good question. No, not really. It's been pretty quiet here. You've been watching the news here in Germany. Elon Musk has come and endorsed AFD, which is the equivalent of conservative, if you want to call them like that.
Right.
So the elections are coming soon, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's very likely that there's going to be a bit of a turn of politics here, which would be great. Maybe a bit of an equivalent to what happened in the US.
And what's your opinion, your personal opinion on Elon Musk? You a fan of him?
Not 100%. I think he might mean well, but I would not trust him 100%.
Right.
I mean, he, as any kind of entrepreneur that has a bit of a touch of politics, I think we just take what he says with a bit of a grain of salt.
Yeah. I guess I'm the same with him, really. I like him. I think I really hope that he's a good person and that he's not just a clever actor. Because I think if he is actually what he claims to be, then he'll probably be good for the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see if I can fix my audio a bit. Let me.
What's that?
Okay.
Can you put the volume up on your mic? I can
Yeah. Jim was saying that. How about now?
You sound fine. You must
All
have been.
right. Okay.
Yeah, you're good now.
Perfect.
Are you looking forward to visiting England then in May, Dennis?
Absolutely. It's
You've been You've been here a few times before, haven't you? In
Yeah,
different
it's been a
places.
while since I've been there. Last time was 2014.
Wow, it's probably changed a lot since then.
Yeah, haven't been back since.
And that was in Scotland, wasn't it? You were saying you lived in Scotland.
Yes, yes. I've been a few times to London, here and there, but not for long. Just a few visits.
Yeah. Well, if you're interested in history and stuff like that, I think Bristol's quite a historic city. I visit it quite
Yes,
I visit it quite often, and there's some really nice old stuff there to look at.
yes, absolutely. I've seen a little bit, and I kind of mapped where I'm going to stay, which is in the area, like the main center.
Yeah,
And I've seen around. It looks really beautiful.
nice. Yeah, I think
It,
you'll like it. You'll enjoy it. It'd be a good break for you.
yeah. I'm looking forward to a little bit of a break. Yeah, precisely that.
And hopefully the weather won't be too bad in May. It won't be like it won't be the hottest, but it shouldn't be raining, so it should be quite mild. Hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, it's gonna be nice and mild at least. I know British weather. I know even Scotland's even was even worse with snow and ice everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, it'll be fine anyway.
You're right there, Grim Jim. I've, it's a pirate town. Bristol is linked to piracy. There's rumours that Blackbeard the pirate was actually born in Bristol, or he lived there for a while.
All
Uh,
right.
and there's a few pubs that he's linked to as well. Apparently, that he used to frequent. It's quite a known city for piracy. If you look it up in the history books, they used to hang pirates there as well because it was a big port. Bristol was a
Mhm.
big port back in the day.
All right.
I know there was a you're from Peru, aren't you, Dennis?
Correct. Yes.
There's a lot of there was a lot of piracy in those seas as well, wasn't there, back in the old days around
Yes.
South America and
Yes. I believe most of the trade, so to speak, regarding pirates was happening more in the Caribbean. But I think we also had our share of pirates going about the coasts.
yeah,
At some point, I think it was rumored that Francis Drake was around the South American coast on the Pacific side, but I don't know how true is that.
yeah.
I think he might have been mostly towards the Atlantic side than anything else, I believe.
Is the HMS Victory there? Yeah, I think that's Portsmouth, Grim Jim. They've got the SS Great Britain. You've got that boat there, and another one. What was it called? One of the Columbus boats, I think, the Matthew or something like that. Bristol's still got a few like historical boats in the harbour, which are quite interesting to look at, I guess, if you like that sort of thing. I enjoy looking at the harbour when I go to Bristol. I always try and, if it's a nice day, I'll try and walk along the harbour side. It's quite nice.
How far is it away from the center?
It sort of joins on to the city centre. You can just walk. If you're in the city centre, you can just walk onto the harbour front anyway from there.
Oh,
From the
really?
yeah.
I had the
The
impression that the coast was more like towards the west and it was
Bristol
a bit far away.
Bristol is like an inlet, so there's a big river that comes.
Right.
It goes under a bridge and then up a big river, and you come into like a smaller river, and it goes in right into the centre of the city, like a canal. Quite
Right, I
interesting.
see.
But yeah,
I understand.
it's easily accessible. You can walk from there, from Bristol's city centre, all the way along the waterfront out into like the outskirts of Bristol, into like near where the suspension bridge is and stuff. You can see all that as well. It's quite good. It's all right for views.
All right. I'll arrive probably that very, yeah, I'm arriving that Sunday of the meeting in the early afternoon, but then I'm staying most of Monday, Monday morning, Monday afternoon, and
Yeah,
then come back in the evening.
yeah, you'll have plenty of time just to have a good look around. You could walk along the waterfront in an hour or so. It's not that long. But it's nice. It's nice to look at.
All right, that's great. You know, I'm dying to have like proper steak and ale pie or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's places like that there. You know, lots of different restaurants in Bristol, all sorts.
Ah, that sounds great.
Be nice. Do you drink beer, Dennis? Do you drink
Yes,
alcohol?
yes. Yes, I'll be happy to have some ale, something like local, most likely, or anything really.
Well, I think in Bristol their local ale is cider. Their
All right.
tradition their tradition is to drink cider in Bristol. I don't mind cider, but theirs is pretty strong. I've heard. It's like
Um,
a it's like a southwest in England. The southwesterners, the ones that are like hobbits,
uh-huh.
they're sort of known for cider. They make really good strong cider and cheese as well. They're good with their cheese, cheddar cheese.
Oh, I'll be sure to pack at least a couple bits of cheese to bring.
Yeah,
It'll
cheese.
be well appreciated in this household. That's for sure.
I love a bit of cheese, different types. I bought this really nice cheese a couple of months ago, and it had like chili in it, chili flakes just mixed in
Yeah,
with it. Really nice. Adam
I
Weller's.
remember Christmas in, well, up north, even then, there was like all these beautiful cheese tables available for Christmas, New Year's, or Hogmanay then. But yeah, it was all about cheese there. I love that.
Yeah, I've never met anyone. There's hardly anyone I know that doesn't like cheese. It's quite rare.
Yeah, no, I can't recall either anybody that doesn't like. I know people that cannot eat cheese because of lactose
Yeah,
intolerance, but that's another animal. Then everybody loves cheese. I think it's a very basic thing, maybe.
yeah. I guess it's quite an old school primal thing, isn't it? From like cream and stuff. Oh, look at
Yeah.
this. There's a video here. A video here saying the perfect cheese board. They must. They're telling you the best cheeses to mix together.
cheeses I think make for the perfect cheese board, and in the process, hopefully teach you guys something about cheese. To get started on this cheese board, we're gonna need an actual board. I usually prefer wood over marble or slate because I think it makes the cheese look prettier, and marble or slate tend to make the cheeses colder, and we want these good in room temperature. So the first cheese on my perfect cheese board is something of a crowd pleaser. This cheese is called Delice de Bourgogne, or Burgundy's Delight, and it's a cow's milk French pasteurized triple cream mold ripened cheese. Yes, that's a lot of information, but those 5 traits tell you pretty much.
I don't normally like cheese that's got like visible mold on it, like the cheese with the green bits. I'm not too into that.
Mm. That
Everything you
one
need.
looks alright.
That looks like a nice creamy cheese. That does, like
Yeah.
Philadelphia style.
The triple cream part means that a lot of cream was added to the milk before they started making it into cheese. The result is obviously super luxurious, and creamy is really the best word for it. I also said that this cheese was mold ripened. That refers to the white mold rind on the outside. That's called Penicillium candidum or Geotrichum, and that mold is edible. It tastes mild and earthy and kind of mushroomy. The flavor of the interior of this cheese is rich and buttery, but overall pretty mild. Most people usually gravitate towards bloomy rind cheeses because they're pretty mild, and I think it's a perfect first bite of cheese. The second cheese on this board is technically also from the bloomy rind family. This is a cow's milk American pasteurized washed rind cheese called Foxglove. It's from Indiana, and it's my favorite American-made washed rind cheese. Washed rind cheeses like this one are just white mold cheeses like the Delice de Bourgogne, but they've been washed with a mold solution as they age. That mold is called Brevibacterium linens, and it's what makes this style of cheese super stinky and bright orange. Seriously, it smells like a diaper, but in a
That one doesn't look too nice to me. It doesn't look appealing. It looks
Yeah.
looks
You
a
know,
bit like a block of spam.
yeah. I'm allergic to penicillin, and I'm always very thoughtful of that with cheeses, but at the end of the day, I just eat. I don't care. And nothing has happened to me yet. So even though some have penicillin.
Are you allergic to all forms of penicillin then, not just medical penicillin, like actual penicillin that grows on bread and stuff as well?
No, I think I'm just allergic to medical, like medications.
Right.
I think I was told that when I was a kid, and I tried once when I was in practice, working actually, and I took like amoxicillin. I had like a throat infection, and it worked perfectly. But then the second time I took it, I started with a really bad rash, like a skin rash. So I stopped it and never again. I don't want to try my luck.
Right.
good way. Every good cheese board, in my opinion, needs to have a pure stinker on it, and the washed rind is usually it. The inside, though, is not stinky at all. It's actually really buttery and rich in a similar way to the triple cream cheese we just saw, but this cheese is drier, less soft, and it's not nearly as decadent. When you combine that mild interior flavor with the funky stink of the outside, it makes a really fun bite of cheese. This cheese is going to be for the die-hard cheesers out there. If it's on your board, they're going to thank you for it and probably think that you're cool. The third cheese going down is called Roquefort. This is a sheep's milk, French, raw milk, blue mold ripened cheese.
Yeah, I don't like that. I would like to. I don't know. Yeah, just having that mold in there, that bit, that puts me off. I bet it
It's
tastes
fine.
right.
It's fine. It's really good. Really tasty. You haven't tried Roquefort?
Not with mold in it now. I've never had the balls to try it. I never wanted to.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly edible. It won't give you any issues. It's really good. I tried with sauce, with Roquefort and pear, with pasta, or with this with potato made dumplings that Italians make.
Right.
And it's really good, really good. Makes up with a bit of the sweetness of pear and milky, kind of sulky flavor of the cheese is really nice. Makes a good contrast.
Is my favorite of all the global blue cheese
I
styles
might
because
try
it's
it
made
again
with
one
sheep's
day.
milk, and that brings a
Not at the
piquant,
moment.
smoky richness
Still
to this
puts
cheese
me
that
off
I
a bit.
prefer over a straight up cow's milk. Bleh. What I also love about this sheepy Roquefort blue cheese is that it stands out and brings some aggression to this board that none of the other cheeses have. The blue Penicillium Roqueforti mold that they use to ripen this cheese actually makes it taste kind of medicinal, despite that strain of Penicillium not being the one used by doctors. This cheese is salty, creamy, and just full of good old-fashioned cheese funk. Gram for gram, it is by far the most flavorful cheese on this board. It's pungent but balanced, and I think every board needs to have something like it from the blue cheese family. Getting into some cheeses with some more age on them now, the fourth cheese on my board is the cow's milk French raw semi-hard style of
It
cheese
looks a
called
bit like a
Comté.
mushroom.
This cheese was aged for about 4 months, and it's what's known as an alpine style
Comté.
cheese because the cows are usually grazed at higher elevations and they eat different grasses than lowland cattle would. Comté has a soft, springy texture, and the flavor is pretty mild but very, very nutty. The rind is what's called a natural rind, and it's technically edible, but I wouldn't eat it. Natural rind basically means that the mold residues on the outside have been brushed and pushed into some kind of natural barrier between the aging cheese and the outside world. Since Comté is a semi-hard style of cheese, it's usually the most sessionable style of cheese on the board. I think people generally love nutty, easy-eating cheeses, and I love to present them at least one of them. Not everyone loves eating a cheese that kind of smells like a butthole. If you still wanted to pay tribute to the style of semi-hard cheese on your board, but go with something more dynamic, I would say drop in the Welsh cow's milk cheddar called Red Dragon. This cheese is full of ale and brown and yellow mustard seeds, and it's a younger cheddar, meaning that it's more creamy. Honestly, any of the Irish, Welsh, or English cheddars would be a good addition, or sub for Comté on any cheese board. If you wanted to go even more flavorful in the semi-hard category, I would say go for a younger Spanish Manchego. This is a raw sheep's milk cheese that's been aged 3 months, and it's salty, creamy, and has that distinctive sheep's milk richness. I prefer Comté though because it has a simple, clean flavor and a really deep nuttiness that I just love. It tastes like hazelnuts and has a very pleasant, firm texture. Now, moving into some more aged cheeses, we've got the cow's milk French pasteurized hard style of cheese called Mimolette. This cheese brings some beautiful, salty, dark, almost fudge-like flavors to this board that aren't present in any of the other cheeses. The distinctive orange color comes from a natto paste that they had early on in the cheese making process, and it gets even more deeply orange as they age it for long periods of time. This cheese is aged for 2 years, and it is super, super hard. Also, the rind of this cheese is not edible at all. It is extremely hard and definitely needs to be cut out of the way. In France, the raw milk version of the cheese actually develops that rind in collaboration with something called cheese mites. I guess those are bugs that literally live on the outside of the cheese and turn it into a rind. I don't know how it works, but that's why French Mimolette has those tiny little dimples in it. Anyways, I really love this cheese because it has a robust, fudgy caramel quality to it. There's a deep nuttiness and an almost fruity sweetness in there as well. Overall, the complex.
There's something about that texture. I'm not too keen on that. That looks like candle wax.
Yeah. But that cheese mite idea is like, no thanks.
Yeah, it looks like someone's just melted a big lump of orange candle wax into a bowl or something.
Yeah,
complexity here makes Mimolette one of my all-time favorite cheeses.
It might taste nice, but it doesn't look like you'd enjoy the texture of it. You'd have to melt it or something.
Yeah, I would say the same. If you get cheddar also, you let it age, virtually just over chill in the fridge, you get that texture as well.
Yeah. Do they do some nice cheeses in Germany?
Well, local, not really, but we get the best of Italy, of France, and also some imports from Britain. Not a lot, but mostly from France and Italy. And it's an absolute delight. If you have local markets, Italians, I have one not far away from here. They have a really nice variety and also like a wide choice. So it's really nice to try one.
I'd like to.
Here
I've always wanted to visit Germany because I've heard they've got nice meat, like sausages and steaks and stuff.
Yeah, steaks, everything is like really high quality. Some people here eat mince out of pork without cooking.
Wow.
It's that kind of control that they don't get sick. No, they're just perfectly fine.
Well, so they eat raw pork?
Yes.
Isn't that, can that be bad for you, doing that?
Not really. They're used to it.
Well, even as a doctor, you would say that that's not bad for your body to eat raw pork? Is there nothing you can catch after that? Like,
No, the thing is, controls here are so strict. Animals don't get sick. They're perfectly taken care of. There's no chance that you're gonna get anything bad.
right. So I guess it depends on the type of pork you're eating, what
Yeah,
country you're in.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I wouldn't venture to eat something like that in Asia by any means.
Yeah.
No, no, thanks. I mean, they have their methods. They cook it, they dry it, they oversalt it, they do marvelous things. But I would not eat anything raw like that. But I'll be very careful with it.
Yeah,
Here it's different. Yeah.
I've never been too keen on raw stuff. It's like when I have a steak, it has to be medium to well done. I can't have it any less than that.
Mm.
I
Oh,
don't mind
I
it like medium well, sort of in between.
yeah. No, I am happy with medium. Even when I make burgers, I give them a medium, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's just the texture, I think. I know it's not bad for you to eat
Mm.
raw beef, but it is like the gooey texture when you eat it. There's nothing to it. It's just like eating mush.
It depends. Of course, when you have beans, maybe yeah, it's not seasoned. It doesn't have anything to it. But if you eat it like carpaccio, really like thin layers and a nice cut, it does have a personality to it and a taste. Of course, they season it. Italians do they season it a bit, but the meat itself, if it's good quality and a nice cut, it's absolutely beautiful and it's raw, like properly raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, pastries and that are. It also depends on the season, depends on the region.
I
Here we
guess
have some
I
kind of
guess they've got good chocolate as well in Germany, aren't they? They're quite known for their chocolate being so close to the Swiss and stuff.
yes. Even if you go to like a normal chain, maybe neighborhood bakery, you get but really good chocolate croissants, really good
Yeah,
quality chocolate, like
German.
bitter but sweet, but really nice. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, Mr. Self-Destruct is saying my cousin's husband ate undercooked pork, got a parasite which migrated into the brain, caused some mild seizure, which caused them to find it. They will remove it because it ain't killing him. Yeah, that's fair enough. They will just treat him with some parasite drug, and if it's just very isolated and it's not in a danger zone, just it kind of self-absorbs and virtually disintegrates with the medication in time. It also depends
Right.
in the US because sometimes they import or they bring covered pork from Mexico, mostly in the south border, and that can be dangerous, of course.
This is this is the sort of food you'll find in a German city,
Yeah,
apparently.
More food to offer than just beer and sausages. Even though every German city has unique things to offer, there are many similarities as well, which we're gonna explore today. And let's start somewhere where usually people break their fast, which is a bakery, that you can almost find around any corner since they're so popular. Bakeries in Germany are elite because Germans love their bread and buns. Buns on bread? German bread tends to be heavier and heartier than bread you can find in Italy, Spain, or France. Typically, at a bakery, you will find big loaves of bread and buns, ready to eat sandwiches, pastries, and some kind of cakes. However, almost all items have uncomfortably long names that fuel stress when you're trying to read or even pronounce them. The most popular items are the one and only German pretzel, that was made to represent
that looks
arms
nice.
folded in prayer. And if you're located in the southwest of Germany,
Oh, that actually looks quite enticing.
the butter leek pretzel combo is a very
Have you ever tried one of them over there, Dennis?
All the time. I love them.
They look amazing.
Yeah, those with the thin arms are most from the south west,
Right,
and here in the area where I am, which is Bayern,
good and popular.
it's we call them bretze, not pretzel, but bretze.
right. Yeah,
Snack.
I'll be eating a
And
lot.
then we have the not so popular cousin pretzel bread, which is a great bread for sandwiches. Then next, of course, we have the holeless Berliner donut filled with jam,
Oh,
typically eaten on New Year's Eve or Carnival in Germany, but I
donuts.
cannot
Here
find them anywhere
we
right
call
now.
those krapfen, and they are seasonal. Mostly this time of the year, it's they are everywhere in bakeries and different flavors, different fillings. Rewe is a very popular supermarket everywhere, and they of course they have more of those in this time of the year.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on the city. Milchbrötchen or milk rolls, a very soft milk bread, often
They look a bit like hot cross buns. These ones, milk rolls.
Yes, they're similar.
filled with raisins or chocolate and can easily disappoint you if you get the wrong one. Then we have your German cheesecake, which is made from quark. Quark
Oh, cheesecake. I love a bit of cheesecake.
Käsekuchen.
is thicker than yogurt, but not as thick and sweet as cream cheese. Quark on its own is pretty bland, but it's great for cheesecakes. Then where would we be without the French and their croissants? They're often enjoyed with Nutella and jam, making it more calorie dense. And last but not least, my favorite, which is the pudding pretzel. A sweet version of a typical German pretzel with yellow pudding, and sometimes glazed with sugar, which is a bit too much in my opinion, but it's a great combo with coffee.
I would put on a lot of weight if I lived in Germany.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, I'd be eating a lot of that stuff.
But of course, this is not the end of the list, and there's much more to discover because every bakery is unique. Moving on to more filling and hearty meals. We have, of course, the classic and traditional restaurants that Germans and tourists love, since it has many German dishes like Roulanden, Sauerbraten, Hassenpfeffer, and so on. These places also serve food that are associated with Germany, but are not necessarily German, like Flammkuchen. It is a very thin rolled out bread dough with a sour cream base and topped with raw onion and bacon. Even though it was not made in Germany, it was made in the most German part of France, Alsace. Then we have the
Yes.
schnitzel. A schnitzel is a breaded pan or deep fried thin piece of meat, usually served with a side of potatoes. Again, Germany did not invent the schnitzel, but what they did invent is the Tillmans toasty, which is not a schnitzel, but it's a thin breaded piece of meat that you can just put in a toaster and it's ready in a minute. You can eat it like that or put it on a sandwich. Peak innovation. After these traditional restaurants, we also have pizza, burgers, sushi, and occasional healthy spots. Look at this. And also, while exploring any city, you'll find
I do enjoy a good pizza. I would say that's one of my go-to sort of takeaway foods. A pizza, maybe Chinese or Indian.
Yeah, I'm completely spoiled for pizza here because I'm already used to Napolitan pizza. And at least nearby, I have two really good places, and you get perfectly cooked, like nice, fluffy sides, charred properly, and really nice Italian ingredients. So it's just perfect.
Brilliant. That sounds amazing. And what part of Germany is it you're in again? It's
I'm in Bayern, well, Franken, which is part of Bayern, and which is the region where Nuremberg is. So
Right.
I'm in Nuremberg really. I'm like a few blocks away from the center.
Nice. Have you ever seen have you ever seen any of the World War II prison camps over there?
No, those were mostly by the side of Poland. I haven't been to those, to be honest.
Right.
I
Nuremberg,
have,
the Nuremberg trials, isn't it? That's quite a big
yes.
money.
There's like it's like well, I wouldn't call it a palace. It's like a place where all the like the Justice Palace would be. Yeah, it's a good few blocks away from here. That's where they made the trials. And the actual place where Hitler would make all the rallies, it's a bit south of the city. And it has been made a place where there are concerts and also big parties in summertime with rock concerts, and big bands come and play for like 4 or 5 days, and people camp there. It's really nice. But of
Have
course, if
you?
you go, you will not be seeing any symbol, like a Nazi symbol, or any swastikas or anything. It has been all completely removed.
Do you drive, Dennis?
Yes,
Have you ever been on that highway in Germany that's got no speed limit? The autobahn. Have you ever been on
yes,
that?
yes.
Is
There
it?
are areas where there's no speed limit, but also some areas closer to cities when there is a speed limit. And of course, when the weather changes and it's rainy, like uh, full rain, they do change speeds. And it's very usual that you have areas where there's construction going, so that also limits speed quite a lot. But there are areas in which like you go like any speed you want, and if you think you're fast, there's always somebody faster than you.
What's the what's the fastest you've done then? What's
Two,
Daredevil Dennis?
210 kilometers per hour,
Wow.
200, 210
Wow.
in
That's
a
pretty dangerous.
fairly small Mercedes. And yeah, it can tolerate it, no bother. But it's a bit scary, you know. You feel the speed, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, the force, the G force alone, that when you're going at that speed must be mad.
Yeah,
Like push.
no. With that speed, also going by the side of lorries, of big trucks, it's also quite. You feel the difference, the movement. It amplifies everything. Speed amplifies everything. But it's such a rush, though.
Yeah. We got it's a guy talking about it, driving over there.
Limits don't exist. You can drive as fast as you want with no risk of punishment. No flashing blue lights, no speeding tickets, just complete speed freedom. But this road has a dark history. And that freedom may not last much longer. So where is this road? Is it safe? And can you really drive as fast as you like? Welcome to Explained. Across Germany, you'll find the Autobahn, the German highway system that literally translates as automobile track. It's over 13,000 kilometers long, and there's absolutely no speed limit. Whatever speed the car is capable of is legal. But the Autobahn was a home for speed long before it stretched across the country. The fastest speed ever recorded on the Autobahn was all the way back in 1938. Rudolf Cacciolo drove a V12 Mercedes-Benz W125 at a ridiculous 435.5 kilometers per hour.
Holy cow.
It's like a sci-fi car, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's mad.
In more recent times on the Autobahn, The RUF R-Turbo has been clocked at 335 kilometers per hour. A Bugatti Veyron reached 352 kilometers per hour, and a Porsche 9FF G-Turbo 850 hit a ridiculous 380 kilometers per hour. And while the record has never been broken, mainly due to the Autobahn being slightly busier now than it was way back before the war.
Oh, yeah. That is amazing. 210, 215.
Yes.
Oh, I just had an orgasm. Did you have an orgasm?
That doesn't mean you won't see blazing speeds. You'll find videos all over the internet of Bugattis, Porsches, Ferraris, and more flying down the German highways. But while this idea may excite petrol heads everywhere, the German Autobahn has a dark history. In 1932, the first ever unofficial piece of the Autobahn was created. The A555 connected Cologne and Bonn and had no speed limits. It was known as the Diplomats Raceway. Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany in 1933 and saw the potential that a vast highway system had. As World War II raged on, photos were released of happy, healthy Aryan workers building the Autobahn alongside their Führer. In reality, all the able-bodied workers were either on the front line or in the factories. And the creation of the Autobahn during the war was left up to forced workers and concentration camps.
Nice.
Nowadays, the German Autobahn is one of the longest highway systems in the world.
The little bit of music they played, they made it go all tear-jerky.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the German Autobahn is one of the longest highway systems in the world. But why doesn't it have a speed limit? Put simply, it's never had one. And it's never needed one. But is it safe? Per capita, traffic-related deaths in Germany are one of the lowest in the world, with just 3.7 deaths per 100,000. That's around 70% less than the United States, who has strict speed.
Wow. That's quite an interesting statistic.
Yeah, because it's orderly. If you are going to go at such a speed, you're going to stick to the left. And you have no business going on the right on that speed.
Yes.
By the right, you're going to have slower vehicles, and in the middle, you're going to have people who are like in the middle speed. But if you're going to rock the highway, so to speak, you need to go to the left. That's it. And you keep on the left. If you see somebody up front that it's a slower speed and you see traffic ahead, you slow down. Simple as that. You don't go like sizzling around or anything. And people are very conscious with that.
Common sense.
Yes, common sense.
A lot of people don't have it nowadays, you know.
Yeah.
We got Grim Jim joining us. Hello, Grim Jim.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. Yeah, just watching this fun German Autobahn. Yeah, it's very nice.
It's interesting, isn't it? I was just saying about
Speed
that.
limits throughout the country. So is faster safer? Probably not. While the Autobahn is freedom for driving fast, it's not freedom for tailgating.
Oh.
Drivers who ride the bumper of the car in front risk a €375 fine and the possibility of losing their license for 3 months. It's also tougher to get a driving license in Germany. And while drivers are free to put their foot down on the Autobahn, studies show that the average speed on a 6-lane stretch is still only 142 kilometers per hour. It's also important to note that not all of the Autobahn is speed limit free. Sectors in urban areas or under repair, as well as accident-prone portions of the highway.
Yeah.
I had to get the bus to Wacken Heavy Metal Festival in Germany, and I swear the bus was even putting his foot down. It's crazy.
Wow. Yep. That could be pretty deadly with a bus. If you have to turn at a sharp angle or something.
Well, it's pretty straight. It's Not a lot of turns. It's all right.
No, it's
And
true. The autobahn is quite straight, and sometimes you can even think it's boring, and in the fact that it's just road, and there's not much around.
we got someone in the chat called Hansel Hauser, been around a long time. What part of Germany are you from, I wonder, Hansel? If you are German, forgive me if I'm mistaken, but it sounds very German. Be interesting to know. I like that name, Hansel. Hansel Hauser.
From the Black Forest. That's in Germany, right?
Will generally have 130 km/h speed limit. And just because there's no speed limits does not mean the drivers have no responsibility. As the speed increases, so does the driver's liability if there's a crash. Courts in Germany have ruled that an ideal driver will not go faster than 130 km/h.
Oh my God.
Once you exceed that speed, the responsibility of the driver increases with it. Anytime a serious crash happens due to fast speeds, the pressure to bring in the limits increases. In 2003, a Mercedes test driver was jailed for just 18 months after being found guilty of manslaughter. Rolf Fischer's aggressive driving caused the young mother to panic and lose control of her car. She died alongside her 2-year-old daughter. According to a recent poll, 60% of Germans actually support the idea of a limit on the Autobahn, with just 38% saying there should be no limit whatsoever. Even the German king of speed, Sebastian Vettel, is in favour of an Autobahn.
That is a nice car. I like that motor.
Speed limit, saying it is
That was in a James Bond film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
no-brainer.
It's got the bulletproof shield on it and everything, the ejector seat.
But it's not just because of safety fears that's driving Germans to favour restrictions. Introducing a speed limit could save 2 million tonnes of fuel every year. This is not just an important climate goal, but also would help reduce Germany's reliance on Russian oil. But what do you think? Should the Autobahn stay a place of freedom for speed lovers? Or is it time for change?
I mean, you guys are burning down your forests, so yeah, just put the pedal to the metal, guys. It's fine.
Yeah. But why restrict freedom?
It's fine. America will start selling oil. There we go. Problem solved.
We've got another guest joining us. Another good friend.
God.
Mr. Self-Destruct. How you doing, buddy?
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
What's that?
Your shoe.
What's that you got there? Hang on. Oh, nice. New boots.
Yeah, we got a few pairs of them. German. No, not German. Been drinking. French Foreign Legion boots.
Oh.
What's up, Grim Jam? What's up, Dennis? What's up, Johnny? What's up, chat?
I was half expecting that to be a Das Boot joke or something.
Foreign Legion stuff's pretty good. I've got a French Foreign Legion Commando tent. It's like a two-man tent, but it's really good. It's just an old school traditional sort of like pyramid tent. You know what I mean? Like, but it's not as good. I like it.
So I got a beer for each of us.
Nice.
Each of you guys.
Yeah. What are we drinking?
16-ounce Coors Banquets.
I've got Carlsberg.
All right.
Oh, nice.
That's the
Another
fancy
one for
one.
me. Cheers. Cheers, lads. Cheers, chat.
Sorry, I'm drinking my faggoty wine, I'm afraid. So
I'm drinking water.
It's an Australian Shiraz.
Yeah, we were just watching the stuff about Germany. I don't know why. I started asking Dennis about Germany, and then I went off on a little German tangent.
Yeah, he's over there.
It's an interesting country, though. I like Germany. Not,
So do I.
I didn't like them so much during the Second World War, like that era. But
No,
I don't know. I wasn't there. You know,
that's a tough time.
yeah, you know, like I probably wouldn't have liked them if I was
Yeah.
around and I was still English. But I could, if I was born German, then I could probably understand them.
Well, they had a unique situation in their whole region. You know, they came off of World War I, which routed them entirely, and
yeah,
and
Felt hard
attempted
done
to
by
dismantle the
the
nation.
yeah, the treaties and everything. Hard done by, just closing them in, sapping their strength.
So and then they had all the
Well, you know why they were there, because
degeneracy in the
somebody kicked
slums.
them out.
In the slums, they said, right?
Well,
They
because
said,
the country next
at
door
some
had a
point-
revolution, didn't they?
Right,
So-
we got a guy here. There's a guy in. Oh no. Oh, where's he?
Yeah.
There's a
Tell me if
guy here in a
anybody's heard
video,
this.
and he
Tell me if
doesn't
anybody's
like.
heard this.
He doesn't
In
like
Germany,
Germans.
in Germany, in some starts with a W. I don't know, Weinberg, Weisberg, or something. Some part of Germany, which was basically the slums. It was there was a place where you could, procure young boys and such. Don't put me on full. There's a place where you could, procure all sorts of degenerate stuff, right? And at the same time, in that same region, in that same area of the slums, right, which was primarily controlled by interest, you could buy, you could purchase a live goose and let's say be intimate with it, finish inside of it, and have it slaughtered for you and eat it afterwards, and they will cook it for you. Sorry, Joe.
Homemade seasoning.
But tell
Very
me if
nice.
anybody's heard of that.
Take
The Weinberg.
What?
Weinberg area?
Right, this guy here in the video, I don't think he likes Germans much because he's saying why Germans are so weird. So let's see what he got to say. Hello.
Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in Bamberg, Germany. And today we're going to talk about some of the Germanisms you should know before you come here. And when I talk about Germanisms, it's more those little things, little cultural differences that you might not know is happening when it's actually happening to you. And one of the things I want to start with is the one thing that German.
I think he's got the TU sort of.
Yeah, he looks a bit light on the loafers.
Yeah.
like to do, which seems kind of odd and rude when it's somebody else's, because in some cultures it's really, really weird to have people stare at you and like not blink at you. But here in Germany, Augenkontakt. Eye contact is very important. They are very much eye contact people. They will stare a lot. They will stare at you when you're at a restaurant. They'll stare at you at a bar. They'll stare at you when you're on the subway. They'll just.
I went to Germany and they fucking did that to me. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Why do you
In
keep
America, they
doing
call
this?
that mugging. Like they're mean mugging you,
Yeah, I thought they were trying to start a fight.
At you on the street.
Yeah.
And in some places, that's like people are like, you got a problem? No, not here. They just stare.
Yeah, exactly.
So just be ready to have people stare at you. Okay, just stare, stare, stare. And sometimes it gets a very much uncomfortable. But it's okay. They don't anything by it, okay? So that's one thing I want you to know, all right? And the thing is, they might be staring at you and then decide, you know what, I'm going to invite them over to my house. Well, no, it probably won't work that way. But no, if they're staring at you, they're probably not going to invite you over to their house, but you never know. But I think there's some Germanisms, if you're lucky enough to get
staring at
invited
you
to a
for
German's house,
threesome,
you should
sizing
go.
you up
But you want to understand some of the things you need to watch out for when you do go there. And one thing is the house shoes. Every time you go to a German house, you always take off your shoes because usually it's raining or you got snow, or you got mud or
kind of
whatever.
like-
So you got dirty feet. You got dirty
I think that's
Very
kind of like
Japanese.
tradition in most countries, though, isn't it? It's like polite
Yes.
to take your shoes off, unless the host asks you to keep them on. But if you go to someone's house and they say, "I'll keep your shoes on," don't worry.
You
Keep your shoes
your
on. We'll be
shoes on
ejecting
and
you quickly.
dirty up my rug.
You kind of assume that you've got to take your shoes off going into someone's house. That's kind of normal in Europe, I think.
Shoes. Nobody wants to track that in your house. So if you go to somebody's house here in Germany, you take your shoes off. But they will have house shoes for you. I remember every time going to see my girlfriend that I had here years ago, I go and visit, and she's like, "You didn't bring your house shoes?" I'm like, "We don't even sell those in the US. I don't even know where to even get those." And so I'd have to wear her dad's second backup pair of house shoes around the house all the time. Okay, so don't be surprised. You take off your shoes and they go, "Here you go,"
This
and
guy's
it's two
got a
fuzzy kind of
girlfriend.
slippery.
This guy's actually got a girlfriend. He just spoke about his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Very
Curtain, she's massive.
Girlfriend had a dick.
like things to go around the house. So do be aware of that. And if you're in their house, be ready for lüften. And lüften, what it is they like air. Like there's companies that literally have almost gone out of business that are from outside of Germany that came here and did not have windows that open in their factories.
like
Okay,
air.
no joke. Go look it up, right? And so Germans love fresh air. They love nature. They love to get out. It's really cool. Like you can go, Father's Day, let's go drink beer in the park. My buddies, let's go hang out at the park. Sure, let's go to a beer garden, hang out outside. Need that fresh air, that luft, right? And
Take a
so
lot of Coke.
what will happen is at the house, a couple times a day, 2-3 times a day, you won't be surprised if your German friends go and just open the window for a bit to get some fresh air inside. We need some fresh air. That's all. It's nothing bad, but it's kind of weird when you're like there and you're already cold and it's like minus 10 degrees outside and you're like, why is Magnus opening the window? It's freaking cold here.
Magnus.
What is he doing? Oh, yeah, they're just lüften. It's just a German.
I really
Look, if you check some contracts of rental homes, rental apartments here, it is in the contract that humidity has to stay under a certain percentage and temperature should stay above certain level because humidity and low temperatures and the contrast with the temperature outside can generate a lot of mold, mostly by the side of the windows. And you should air definitely every single room. You have at least once a day to
It's like
avoid
Eric July
that.
said, you got to air it out, right?
Yeah, you air them out, yes.
Air that whole place out. That's what he meant. Just just freshening up the house.
Air it out, yeah, freshen it up.
Just air it out. Yeah.
Let's hash it out.
Oh, hash it out. Yeah, let's hash it out indeed. If this was 2008, we could hash it out, bruh.
It's the confrontation.
I've got another video for you now. Fun facts about Germany, apparently.
Germany.
Guten Tag. I'm here to whisk
Guten
you
Tag.
away on a virtual journey to Germany, a country known for its rich history, vibrant culture, and fascinating
They
facts.
say good afternoon.
Are you
is,
ready for an
good job.
adventure? Let's dive right in. Let's
Are we
start
gonna
with a
be-
taste of Germany's world-renowned cuisine. Did you know that Germans are crazy about sausages? With over 1,500 different types of sausages, it's no wonder
God
they have a sausage for
damn
every
Germany.
occasion. From bratwurst to
doing?
currywurst, each region has its own specialty. Germany is home to many breathtaking castles. Neuschwanstein Castle, located in Bavaria, inspired Walt Disney's iconic Sleeping Beauty Castle. It's no surprise that it attracts over 1.4 million visitors each year.
This isn't medieval. This was
Germans
made in
take
the
their
18th century.
recycling seriously. They have an
There was a,
impressive recycling.
I think there was a famous castle they used for Indiana Jones as well in Germany. It was a good.
System where citizens separate their waste into different colored bins for paper, glass, plastic, and more. They're world champions when it comes to
Economical.
recycling. Football. aka soccer, is a big deal in Germany. The national team has won the FIFA World Cup 4 times and the UEFA European Championship 3 times. Germans are passionate about their football. German is the second most widely spoken language in Europe. It's not only spoken in Germany, but also in Austria, Switzerland, Luxembourg, and Liechtenstein. So learning German can open doors to various countries. Germany is known for its efficiency and punctuality. They even have a word for it, Fingerspitzengefühl, which means having a keen sense for details and getting things done with precision.
Fingerspitzengefühl.
Spitzengefühl.
Fingerspitzengefühl.
Germany also
Yes,
the
yes,
world
yes.
champions of Scrabble, everybody.
That's a word that everyone should learn.
Yeah.
Having a keen sense for details and getting things done with precision. Everyone could learn that.
Top hats in the chat. Fingerspitzengefühl. That's some German words.
Weber says that's his new favourite word. Yeah.
I had some German words
Someone
I
will
learned
get
off
a
of
tattoo of it.
Evangelion.
Tattoo across their neck. Fingerspitzengefühl.
It's like, keep it on time.
Well, we're not saying that right. Fingerspitzengefühl.
You'd probably get called a Nazi, wouldn't you? If you got that tattooed on you, they just assume you were some sort of white.
Boy, what's that mean? Yeah. You imagine getting locked up with that tattoo across your neck. Yeah. You some kind of Nazi?
Yeah, they'd sort of twist it, wouldn't they? They say, oh, it means like precision and stuff, and they'd make it out like it was something to do with like master race and all that.
Yeah, precision in invading a country.
It means we are
That's
number
a
one.
really bad precision. Precision
number
in
one
like
people.
quick invasions. Yeah, I see your game.
Germany is famous for its technological innovations. It gave the world inventions such as the automobile, thanks to Carl Benz, the printing press, Johannes Gutenberg, and aspirin by Felix Hoffmann.
Oh, really?
Oktoberfest, held annually
I thought
in Munich,
aspirin came
is
from
the world's largest beer
Amazon or
festival. It attracts millions of visitors who come to enjoy the traditional Bavarian beer, music, and food. Prost! Berlin, the capital city, has a unique history. The Berlin Wall, which divided the city for 28 years, was torn down in 1989, leading to the reunification of Germany. Today, remnants of the wall serve as a reminder of the city's past. Germans are known for their love of nature, and they have a whopping 130,000 kilometers of hiking trails that traverse
Germany, I have heard that Germany's got some beautiful outdoors, like forests and stuff.
Yes,
That's
that's
one
right.
thing I would like. If I went to Germany, I would like to go camping in one of their forests.
You know who else like taking people for a walk? The Japanese. Japanese like taking people for a walk.
They call it a certain kind of march, right?
Yeah, just
It's
really long
breathtaking.
walks. Breathtaking.
You die, right?
Landscapes, including the famous Black Forest and the picturesque Bavarian Alps. Germany has a strong tradition of classical music. Famous composers like Ludwig van Beethoven,
Dennis, can
Johann
you say that
Sebastian
word?
Bach, and Richard Wagner hailed
Spazierengehen.
from Germany. Their
That's,
music
going out for a
still
walk.
resonates around the
It's-
world.
You say it so effortlessly.
Germans have a fascination with...
Ladies
How long
and
have you been in
gentlemen,
Germany, Dennis?
Oh, how long? It's going to be 3 years now.
Long enough to learn the language perfectly, right?
Enough to get the
A bit,
accent.
yeah. I'm still not 100%. It's not easy.
Oh, I bet.
Dennis has highlighted the word Spazierengehen.
Spazierengehen.
I'm gonna pin that. I'm gonna pin that to the top of the chat. Learn that word,
Permanently.
everyone.
spazieren gehen.
And it means like to take a walk, right?
Go
That's what
for
you
a
said?
walk, yeah.
To go for a walk.
Mostly for a bit of a hike.
That's for
but-
Johnny.
but
That's
it's
slinking.
walking. Yeah, we spazieren gehen in the city.
Can you say you will
Yeah, I
answer
love
the
it.
questions now or else?
You know who asked the question.
Yeah, that's good.
Christmas markets. These festive markets pop up all over the country during the holiday season,
Oh, I bet the
offering
Germans got a
delicious
good
food,
Christmas
mulled
market.
wine, and handcrafted gifts. It's a magical experience. Germany
If you
is
want
home
to
to the
try,
Autobahn,
Johnny,
a highway system with sections where there is no speed limit. It's
Sorry,
a
mate.
paradise for cars.
What was that?
if you want to try the German market, it opens in late November. One of the best in the country, and I would say in Europe, is here.
Right. Yeah, I would like. Yeah, I do like going there.
Weber.
It's a really nice
they have them
ceremony
in,
and beautiful.
they have like little
roses.
versions in England in different cities. They have like a German Christmas market that moves
Yeah.
around. They always do nice hot dogs, good sausages, and
Yeah.
beer.
Brats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's there's always a bit of
Car
Taking the dog
enthusiasts
for a
and
Spazierringen.
I travel around England quite a lot to different cities. Like I go to like obviously I've got relatives and friends that live in Bristol, which is up a bit from me from London, and there's places like Bath and Manchester and Liverpool and stuff. All their city centres. They all got like big German markets and stuff
Mm-hmm.
at Christmas.
So you're just outside of London, Johnny?
I'm in London. I'm South London, Lambeth, Brixton. That's where I'm based.
Yeah, Brixton. Yeah, that's right. Gotcha.
Yeah, which is in the county of Lambeth, which is like the bigger part of it, and that's in South London.
we got a lot of market towns up north.
adrenaline junkies who can legally zoom down the road. The iconic cuckoo clock originated in Germany's Black
Grimton?
Forest region. These
Yeah.
intricate timepieces are not only functional, but also works of art, with beautifully carved figures and the signature sound of the cuckoo. German engineering is renowned worldwide. German-made cars, such as Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Volkswagen, are synonymous with quality and precision. The phrase, made in Germany, is a stamp of excellence. Whew. We've covered
German
just a
engineering.
fraction of the many fascinating facts about Germany.
Yeah, we're gonna cut it off there though.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I like Germans. I like Germany. I will visit there one day.
It's pretty. It's good. Nice food.
Oh yeah.
Grim
Can't
Jim,
complain.
I've got a random question for you.
Aye.
Have you ever been abroad?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, I've
What's the strangest thing that's ever happened to you whilst you've been abroad in your lifetime?
oh fuck.
There's no rush to answer. Just I'm
That's the
interested.
perfect answer already. Oh fuck.
So I
Give me
grew
a
up
minute.
for 4 years in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, and the Gulf War happened.
Wow.
So as a kid, I got to see all of the U.S. Marines coming in and the huge like aircraft carriers like coming in at the docks. My dad took me down there to see those, and like all of the Marines like spilling out. And Top Gun was like the movie at this time, so they were all spilling out, drunk as fuck, singing Top Gun songs. It was amazing. It was like, baby, baby, you are the one. Yeah, it's great. So yeah,
Brilliant. I bet you have quite a lot of good memories. Well, good and bad memories from that era. The
yeah,
war
no,
was going on.
I'll go. Well, I was in Dubai. I didn't give a fuck. I was 100 miles away from Kuwait.
Oh, you weren't fighting in it?
No, I'm not that old. I'm not that old. I was 10. I was playing on Super Nintendo and you know,
I'm
watching.
winding you up, mate. I'm winding you up. It's all right.
You
It's all right.
was living the same life as us.
Yeah. Yeah. Only like my childhood is all like really bright and everything, and then I moved back to North Yorkshire, and then everything gets really dark. So
Yeah.
it's like turning the lights off kind of thing.
Yorkshire's not bad though. I was up there for a little bit. I lived up there for about 3 months.
Oh, it's beautiful.
No, I had a mate in I had a mate in Yorkshire. He called himself Yorkie. He wasn't doing too good, from the start.
I live near Darlington as well. Yeah. But yeah, it's it's going from like brightness of Dubai and everything, like sunny skies and everything, to Yorkshire silver skies and everything. You get used to it though. You don't need sun.
Well, that was Dubai in way back before they invested billions and billions and billions of dollars into it, right?
Yeah, it was just before that, I feel. Bastards.
So I'm sure it was good enough, right?
Oh yeah, you still had like pools everywhere, lived near the beach and everything. It was great.
Yeah.
It was awesome childhood.
And then they built their own islands out there in the peninsula.
That was
out
a
of
big
concrete.
money stake. That was
Crazy.
terrible idea.
Crazy stuff.
They still haven't done anything with them, right?
Well, they built a massive, I don't know, it's one of the world's tallest building, maybe top 10 or something.
Yeah, but that's not on the island. That's like in the center. Yeah.
The world's tallest building.
Yeah, if you're looking it up, just check Dubai.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
give Grim Jim a flashback.
It doesn't look the same now. Like,
yeah, I just thought no, it wouldn't be a flashback because it's totally different, right?
all of the skyscrapers that are there now just weren't there in the. I left there about 94. So yeah, Super Nintendo was just like getting into
nice skyscrapers
in the groove
of the 20th century. When it was finished in 1931, it
Johnny,
became
I'm
the
so happy
tallest
with your
man-made
internet
structure in the world. Yet,
Yeah,
if you stand it next to our last entries in this video, it seems pretty tiny by contrast. From a tower that has the largest clock on Earth to a building so mind-bogglingly tall it holds 7 world records, here is a 3D comparison of the tallest skyscrapers on the planet. To top things off, we will also feature 3 proposed skyscrapers over 1,000 meters tall that could claim that title in the near future. To start with, let's have a look at the famous Taipei 101, which is 508 meters tall. It might be the smallest on this list, but between 2004 and 2010, it was actually the tallest building in the world. Built to showcase the increasing wealth of Taiwan, it was given its name because it has a total of 101 levels. Uniquely, its design is based on what's considered the luckiest digit in Chinese culture, number 8. As a result, it has 8 of these main sections. To stop it from collapsing during one of Taiwan's periodic earthquakes, it has a device called a tuned mass damper in the upper part of the building. When the Taipei 101 sways during a seismic event, the resulting energy is absorbed by a gigantic suspended steel ball that moves in the opposite direction. This counteracts any movement in the structure and also makes it more stable. Next up, we have the Willis Tower, which has a little more elevation than the Taipei 101 at 527 meters. To make this clear, we rank these skyscrapers by their height to pinnacle, which is the distance from the ground floor to the highest point. According to an oft-repeated story, its unique design came about when Chief Structural Engineer Bruce Graham bunched some
so
cigarettes
we're
in his
including
hand, some
antennas.
higher than others, and then asked his colleague Fazlur Khan if it could be a stable design for a skyscraper. This iconic Chicago landmark was initially called the Sears Tower. You might know it by that name.
That's quite a beast, isn't it? The Sears Tower.
This was because it was originally meant to be a huge apartment block for 10,000 employees working for the then booming department store chain Sears. But when their projected growth failed to materialize, the tower was instead converted into offices. In 2009, British firm Willis Group Holdings bought the rights to rename the much-loved tower, despite leasing only 3.5% of the available
If it was an end of the world scenario,
Oh, smallest building.
Yeah.
I'd probably try and live in one of those big towers and become some sort of like criminal gang overlord that ran the city.
I mean, if you lived in one of those big towers, you couldn't help it. You just had to like look over the city, and that's it. You got to do a plan now to take over the city, like because you're looking over it. That's what they expect of you.
And I'd
I'm
have
going
like
to have
I'd have
1,000 prostitutes underneath me.
Exactly.
I'd have different levels,
Looking out.
like a computer game. If people wanted to come and fight me, they'd have to go up the different floors to get through different fights.
Nice.
I'd have end of level bosses.
Nice.
So like
The ultimate tournament.
the last one, right before you got to fight me, it'd be my mate Bjorn. He'll be like my last bastion.
And you have to fight him physically
He'll
as
be
well.
And I'll get like the very first one when you come in the first room, the first chamber will just be a dwarf with a chainsaw, and he'll run around the room at you. That'll be the first one.
Very Bruce Lee. What is it? What is the movie?
Is that Enter the Dragon? No.
And then the second one will be a guy that's in a wheelchair, like an electric wheelchair, but he'll have a saw, like a band saw attached to his wheelchair, and he'd just chase you around like a little room. And the room
Like
will
the
be
Roman
designed,
chariots had at some
the room
point.
will be designed so it slowly gets smaller as well.
Oh shit!
I'd have little things like that. That'd be brilliant. I'd love to see
Seriously,
that.
dude,
If I was a
brilliant
big-
mind. Brilliant, beautiful mind.
space. In response, over 100,000 Chicago residents signed various petitions to have the name changed back, but were ultimately unsuccessful.
What are you talking about?
Oh, they changed it from the Sears Tower
From
to the
Chicago
Willis
to China, our third high achiever is the China Zun Tower in Beijing, also known as the CITIC Tower, which is only 1 meter taller than the Willis Tower at 528 meters. It was commissioned by the Chinese state-owned investment company CITIC as the tallest of 18 planned towers for the Beijing Central Business District. Its standout features have to be the flared bottom and top segments, which were influenced by the styles of traditional Chinese Zun vases. The shape is even more incredible considering that it's the only skyscraper of its height to exist in a magnitude 8 earthquake zone. As such, in the event that the Earth shakes, it's held in place by sturdy steel plating set inside the main walls. Furthermore, extra strength is also provided by fixed steel support columns at the corners or...
It's an odd shape, isn't it? And it sort of bows in on itself.
Kind of looks like an electric shaver or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not a lot of style to it. It's not like a nice Art
Right.
Deco thing you got in America.
Let's get deep, right?
Yeah.
Who here on this panel believes that 9/11 was done by the government or
Ooh.
allowed
That's
to
what I
happen?
was about to bring up in the chat. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Look, two planes hit.
If you don't believe
two planes,
the
3
government-
towers fell. Sorry, I'm pushing my mic.
If you don't believe that the government at least they orchestrated it or at least allowed it to happen with their knowledge.
Have you seen the picture? Oh, sorry.
Go.
Have you seen the picture of like the guys like stuffing the rooms with like dynamite and stuff?
Yeah, and
It's like,
what nationality were they?
Packing? I'm not sure. I didn't look into it
No,
that
they were
deep.
Israeli art students.
I don't know.
Oh, just art students. We're just art students. We just happen to have all this thermite
On a
here.
whole floor
we
by
got
themselves, but
we got nowhere else to store it. What are you doing? What are you gonna do? Huh? We're just gonna store it here.
and there's been no other steel reinforced building. I believe okay. Here's the main point I would like to jump to is that there was asbestos in the buildings, in both of the buildings, in all of the buildings. I suppose all three, right, or maybe more, right?
Probably. I mean, they were
And
made
there
around
was
that
an
time.
estimate given that it would cost this much to remove it. And asbestos, you have to have protective equipment, hazmat type stuff, right, to remove the stuff. And ever how many floors, right? So
Yeah.
you can imagine, you could just get an idea of the cost it would take. And then the buildings were insured by Larry Silverstein for some ungodly amount.
You can like see the detonations go as the building collapses, as
That
everything.
too.
Bruce perked up right up in the chat now. He's all about this.
You see a little. Yeah, they found their passports in the rubble. They found the hijackers' passports in the rubble. All of their passports.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can easily pick that out from a destroyed plane and a building that's collapsed. Easy.
Does anyone know what Operation Northwoods was? Is that am I hitting that or?
Did somebody hit the World Trade Center or the?
Do I have the
wrong
wrong
World
operation?
Trade Center?
Washington,
There was a plan
there is a
to
large
hijack
fire at the
planes
Pentagon.
and
The
use
Pentagon has
Closest
been
we can get to the
evacuated.
base of the World Trade Center. You can
And there's
see the
you can
fire
see
and the
perhaps
symbol here. The
second
police
tower, the
officers
front
at the
tower, the top portion of which has collapsed.
The benefit of the world, our country is strong.
What are those people going to do?
Great video selection, John.
So Bush did a lot of controversial things after 9/11 that have made his presidency super unpopular now. But what would
Nobody
you do
called.
after 9/11? What's your foreign policy regarding the terrorists?
Nobody's
Changes
even
to domestic
questioning him
policy.
right now.
What do you do?
They see him in like coming to like the church and stuff. Like, hey, there he is.
This was the moment when the President of the United States, George W. Bush.
Do you believe that George Bush was that he was sinister, or do you think that he was sort of like controlled by sinister people?
Yeah, I think he might not have been in on it. But I
Bit
think
of
he
both.
might have known there's like some shitty people behind it. And like he might have known like there's nothing he can do about it because they'll just kill him.
You guys are
Yeah.
Brits, so did you know that George W. Bush Jr., right? That's Jr. George W. Bush Jr. His what was it? Chief of Staff, Homeland, I don't know. Secretary of Defense, something. Donald Rumsfeld, right? Whom he called Rummy, right? Just like he called Condoleezza Rice Condi. You want to put on a Condi, right? Donald Rumsfeld on September 10th did held a press conference, right? And he said, what was it, 10 trillion or 1 trillion have gone missing from the Pentagon's budget department. Just missing, just 1 trillion, I think. Hansel Hauser. And I mean, so that much money goes missing one day before, they say a plane hits a plane flown by an inexperienced pilot hits the Pentagon in the area where those informations are supposed to be stored, right?
Yeah.
found out that his country was under attack. George Bush sat in a Florida classroom, the faint chatter of children masking the storm brewing outside. An aide approached, leaned in, and whispered words that drained the color from his face. America is under attack. 9/11, a date etched into history. But is everything we know about that day really the truth? What if the story we've been told isn't the full story? What if the real story behind 9/11 is something far darker, much more complex than anyone dares admit? What we're about to uncover could change everything.
I don't believe you, Abu. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Brace yourself as we go through the
You did
mind-blowing
this.
events of 9/11,
Sauce is right.
unveiling hidden stories, mind-bending speculations, and jaw-dropping
Yeah, I've
theories
heard
that will make you
specifically
question everything you
that
thought you
those
knew.
buildings were
A
built
fateful
to
morning,
withstand
the
the
countdown to
impact
chaos.
of.
It was the day that changed everything for the world the morning of September 11th.
Ooh, I was in middle school that day. Saw the second plane hit live.
I remember
When-
exactly where I was when that happened.
When they came up with the excuse of jet fuel burning metal, that's when you know it's like bullshit.
It's high grade kerosene.
Yeah.
Can everyone remember that when you first heard about that on the news? Can you remember where you were?
I was in Catholic school. I was in class. Someone came, another hot teacher came into my hottest homeroom teacher's class and, whispered, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then had a TV wheeled into the room, plugged in, turned on, saw the second plane hit. And it was Catholic school, so we were asked to write, essentially, school's dismissed for the day, but while your parents are coming to pick you up, in the meantime, we would like you to write a short essay on what we should do about this. And their logic, or at least the person grading my logic was, what would Jesus do?
I wasn't doing anything that good at all. I was DMing my friend. I was at home in my computer room, which is like a little cupboard at the time, and I was just chatting to my friend, and we were just doing stupid teenager jokes about it. So,
Yeah.
doesn't it look pretty on fire? Oh, it's like, I'm sorry, America. I'm sorry. I was a teenager. I was just insensitive. I was an
On behalf of America,
To me,
I accept your apology and extend to you the right to make fun of anything that happened that day. Grimjin.
Yeah, I now realize a lot of people died, and in horrible ways.
Yeah.
As an Englishman,
we saw people jumping from the buildings. Yeah.
It was the first time I'd personally seen someone attack America on that extent, in my lifetime. So it was quite a big deal. It was kind of weird to witness.
Yeah, on this scale.
The way they were spinning it at the time, they were spinning it like, someone stole an aeroplane and they just crashed it into the towers. That was before you knew anything about it.
Yeah, it's never been like this before. Yeah.
Never. No other building in the history of, high-rise steel structured towers, right? Look, there's a demon face right there. Do you see that, Johnny?
Yeah, I do see something.
And that was another thing, is that you could see a lot of different, demonic type faces in the smoke that would happen, because it would continually roll up, right?
I think that's just the way human beings are, though. I can see patterns.
Yeah. They call that.
Stuff. Yeah.
What do they call it? Simulacrum.
Yeah, I see that demon face
We see
there.
faces.
crashing
See
two into the
there.
twin
3
towers of the
points.
World Trade Center in New York,
See
one
face.
into the Pentagon, and the fourth in a field in Pennsylvania after passengers fought back. In New York, chaos erupted as the towers collapsed, sending debris and smoke through the streets. People ran to escape for their lives while others rushed to help. The Pentagon was struck in Washington, D.C., and fear spread across the nation, with many wondering if more attacks were coming. That day changed the world forever, marking a turning point in history. The backstory.
This is
What was really
Rudiani.
brewing under the covers?
Giuliani, Rudiani, New York, right?
It's the real world.
Yeah.
Was 9/11 just a tragic coincidence, or had the world been preparing for this day for years?
See, they scrambled fighter jets too.
See, there's
The roots of
Rudiani
9/11
in New
trace
York.
back to the Cold War, a time when power was negotiated.
Okay, this video is going to go off onto, the Cold War or something.
Yeah. The thing about New York is like there's Rudiani New York, there's pre-Rudiani New York, and there's post-Rudiani New York. Which one's the best? It's when he was running it.
Well, after him, right, is like what Cecil talks about, right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's all parties and AIDS,
Let's
Well,
let's just
no,
have
not
fun
not
now.
specifically AIDS, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, just I don't know. They're just like getting a bit out of control and stuff. They let some things slack. They let some things slide, because we're being nice, because we're being good people and everything. It's like what they did in London and stuff. They just like let
And then
everything
people are
slide
getting
and
burned on the subway.
Yep, burned on the subway,
lit on
pushed
fire
onto the
on the
tracks.
subway. Yes,
Crazy.
that's unacceptable. In my country, in your country, in any country, it's unacceptable.
Might be acceptable in India. Those guys might like that shit. I'm sorry.
No. Never apologize. Unless you have to.
I have to. I have to apologize a lot. I feel, it's just I work a lot of customer service, so it's just in my nature.
So I hate
to
people.
Apologize. I'm a people person. It forces me to be a people person. Really does. It tests me. It tests me.
Back to the original.
Sorry.
Back to the original tower conversation. The one from Dubai, the Dubai
Small
Tower.
fishing village at the start of the 20th century, Dubai has transformed into a truly global city.
Oh yeah, there it is.
From the vast Palm Jumeirah,
That's where I was, Jumeirah.
formed on land reclaimed from the Arabian Gulf, to the 7-star Burj Al Arab Hotel and the mega-tall Burj Khalifa, the Emirate is now synonymous with some of the world's most impressive construction projects. But the ambition, scale, and extremity of the city's latest scheme will quite literally take engineering and construction to new heights.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Dubai Creek Harbour is a vast residential, retail, and entertainment development that is set to rival the existing downtown Dubai district. Designed by Santiago Calatrava to stand at the centre of this new destination, Dubai Creek Tower will rise to over 1.3 kilometres in height and
What is
become the
that?
tallest structure constructed by mankind to date. Resembling a lily and drawing inspiration from a traditional Arabian minaret, the tower will consist of a simple shaft topped with an ovoid bulb structure that houses observation decks and restaurants, along with broadcast and
0.81 miles.
telecommunications infrastructure. In addition, the tower will be steadied by an array of steel cables, reaching up from an extensive new plaza below. Constructing a scheme that extends higher than any structure to have preceded it, and in such an extreme climate, is far from easy. Work on the $1 billion project first commenced in October 2016,
US project.
with the excavation of over 170,000 cubic meters of earth.
Guys, finish the projects
From
you've
here,
got.
the scheme's foundations, consisting of 145 piles, each extending to a depth of 75 meters, were formed. This process alone required more than 15,000 tons of steel and over 211,000 tons of concrete.
Yeah,
It's quite a feat, isn't it?
basically, there's a lot of
About
sheiks
250
living
feet.
there, and they're all crazy and have a shit ton of money. And
That would be about 25 stories. Just that base would be about 25 stories. Think about all the, you see so many missing young people, right? It's like, how many people? What was that fucking movie?
when
Something, some platter would come down over so many different floors, right? And it would be a platter of food, right? And all of these people were imprisoned there, essentially, right?
Cube?
Has anyone seen that?
Fortress?
Sounds familiar.
Not sure.
I can't think of the name, though.
Despite foundation works completing in May 2017, 2 months ahead of schedule,
That's the Tower of
there
Babylon.
has been little work above ground since. With the project initially intended to be complete ahead of the 2020 Dubai Expo, delivery has now been postponed to 2021. While this date may still feel unfeasible for such an extreme structure,
older video.
the relatively simple design of the Dubai Creek Tower, as compared to denser, fully habitable skyscrapers, allows for an accelerated construction schedule. Though the tower's final height of 1,300 meters has been widely reported, developer Emaar Properties are keeping exact details of its summit under wraps in an effort to protect it from new rival proposals, particularly across the Middle East and Asia. At 1.3 kilometers, Dubai Creek Tower would easily eclipse the height of the world's current tallest structure, the 828-meter Burj Khalifa, and even that of the Jeddah Tower, currently under construction in Saudi Arabia, that is expected to stand a kilometer tall when it finally completes. However,
looks all
it
nice
should be
and everything,
noted that
but
while
you're
Dubai
looking at a lot
Creek
of
Tower
slave
would easily lay claim to the title of world's tallest structure, it would not be eligible to take the title of world's tallest skyscraper away from the Burj Khalifa, as it does.
Oh.
So basically, they extort all of their workers and shit, and they're stuck there just working on this shit. They don't have any money to get out of it. They don't have any money to go anywhere else. They have to work on that shit, and they're just stuck there as slaves. It's how Dubai works. Yeah, we had to give we had a maid there. We had to give her 2 salaries. We gave her 1 salary for her that she had to hide, and then 1 salary would get taken away by the sort of maid agency sort of thing that she worked for. Like the agency would
about
just
right.
take her money away.
The platform.
Yeah. So basically it's mafia shit, and that's just from the maids, and that's just all over the city. And I can't imagine it's improved any since I've moved away from there and shit, because they're all building skyscrapers and stuff now. So I think it's just increased, guys. I think they've just got more mad with it.
Yeah, that movie was The Platform. Rocky got it.
Platform.
The platform. Yeah. What did I say? A plate of concrete. So these people are imprisoned in say 100 floors, right? And shut up, Rocky. You just copy pasted what I said into Google. It's like 100 floors, and some of these characters state that, and it's like they change floors every month or so. And the people on the bottom floors are destined to starve to death to cannibalism, right?
Is it on Netflix?
So I believe. Well, I pirate, I pirate, so I have no idea what it's on, but it's probably on Netflix.
I know you're from
I've
Bristol.
got a trailer here. I've got a trailer here, and I think this is it. This might be it.
I think there's a second one coming out, or that already came out.
Hay tres clases de personas. Los de arriba.
I think it wasn't.
Los de abajo. Los que caen.
Yeah. Yeah.
El hoyo. Sí.
Yeah, look at that.
El hoyo. ¿Y usted sabe en qué consiste esto del hoyo? Obvio. Comer. ¿Qué vamos a comer? Lo que le sobra a los de arriba.
What are you going to eat? You're stuck there. What are you going to eat? You're going to eat the people above you. You're going to eat their leftovers. Food. Grab everything you can. You can't keep anything. If you keep anything, the room will attack you.
So they're all cannibals then?
Well, more or less the people on the bottom floors. Yeah, the people on the bottom floors will be forced to starve to death or, cannibalize each other or themselves, right?
Why wouldn't the upper floors just start wiping the table clean?
Dentro de poco habrá menos.
I think it goes down to the 100 floors. I think that was the thing. And by the point of,
pues claro que era una
I don't want to spoil it, right? I don't want to spoil it. Es que nadie va a hacer nada. About 50 floors, the food is gone. People sit on the table and they're like,
la locura.
Yeah, it looks interesting anyway.
I feel this is some sort of societal take on the bourgeoisie and bullshit like that.
Yep, you got it. Yeah, it's an allegory.
Abu Khan says hell. Yeah, it's like the different levels of hell, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
When you think about it.
Surely, like when the table comes down, you just like scrape a bunch of the table leftovers off, so you've got some.
No, you can't keep anything because the room has sensors. It will attack you if you have anything else in there but yourself. It will raise the temperature or lower the temperature. It'll burn you to death or freeze you to death.
Okay.
Very wild, and it's displayed very well throughout the movie. And no, I don't want to spoil any of it, but yeah, it is a metaphor for what do I want to say? The strata of society. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of ways around that, like maybe tie chicken in my hair and shit.
Well, so oh god, no, I don't want to spoil it, but I do want to. But just imagine that these people above you, and one of the main, I think the main character, right? I think he says the reason he's here, the reason he chose to be here, right? It's like it's as if it's a governmental plan, as if you can choose to be there for various perks. So instead of going to college, he chose to be there for 4 months or 6 months or something, in exchange for a degree,
Yeah, like a shit version of service through citizenship, like citizenship through service, rather. Yeah.
And he finds himself in the middle floors at first, and he's okay. He meets an older guy who teaches him the ways, right?
How do you move up?
You don't move. I mean, it's seemingly random.
Okay.
Let's go, John.
I got a Chicago crackhead dance battle here.
Yeah, let's go.
If this was 2008, Eric July.
Oh shit!
What? Oh shit! Oh shit!
Damn!
That's a real move, dog.
You're doing this happy T-Rex style.
He just thinks he's handcuffed. No, he's handcuffed.
He got the moves, hasn't he?
Damn.
Yeah, so does Eric July in 2008.
Yeah, I don't know. Eric July might have whooped that guy. I'll come around and just like giving him some of the butt stuff. His butt
Yeah,
moves.
he would give him some for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sad, isn't it, Rocky McCub, when they take advantage of two crackheads having a dance battle.
Here we go, Johnny.
I miss bum fights.
What's that?
Bomb fights, yeah. Here we go, Johnny. Private chat.
All right, hang on. I'll have a look. What is it, a video?
Yeah. You might mute the music halfway through or something. Does anybody listen to Nicki Minaj here?
I know of her.
Anaconda, something like that. I don't know.
All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you now. I have to work early in the morning.
Thank you, Denny.
So do I.
Thank you for having me. Take care. Have a good one.
I'm going to escape as well. Bye, Dennis.
Bye.
Hello.
Take care, brother.
Take care too. Bye.
Take care. Bye. All right, I'm going to escape as well because I too have work tomorrow. And,
shit. You got to watch this one at least. It's a minute.
Right, we'll just play this and then we'll end the show and we'll get on.
All right.
Oh, hang on. I played the wrong one.
Oh, shit. That is the dance Eric does, right? Some sort of fucking chicken thing that he does. I don't know.
You can't hear the background music though, but so it just sounds reserved.
It's pretty close though, isn't it? It's pretty close.
I mean, wait till he gets into it, Wait till he gets into it to judge. You can mute it if you like.
This man's taking everything, right?
He's high as shit, and he's singing the lyrics.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
That's why the video is titled "Gay Crackhead." There you go.
What? Can't you hear that?
Getting right into it, isn't he?
Fuck, he's mad at us because we don't know it. Look at him, he's mad at us.
Boom, 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 super bass.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining, lads, tonight. Thank you for coming on. And
Shit, it feels like I kill the stream every time, Johnny.
No, you didn't kill it, mate. It's all good. It's all good. It's around the right sort of time anyway. Thank you for tuning in, everyone in the chat, and thank you for coming on tonight, lads. And I'll hopefully catch you on the next one.
Stream killer
I'll give you a bit of old school Danny tonight. A bit of young Danny.
Love that.
Catch you on the
Love
next one.
Danny.
Adios,
Love you guys.
people. Take care.
Peace and love.
Terror.
Hey, I just want to say goodbye. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Now I need some changes in my life. Now I need to move on in life. Now it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. I'm thinking deeply right now. My life with you, it's like ow, but I don't know how to explain this. I don't know why it's happening to me, but I just realize I'm not the person I used to be. Now I just wanna leave this city. This bullshit is not gonna happen again. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Life is short. Life is short. Don't waste time worrying about me. All of the ones that care for you. In the end, they will be there for you. One day, I'll make it top of the world. Our memories will be swallowed. And I'm all aware. And this is the sign of goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody.